God forbid you say something against a transsexual.
Oh yeah. That's the real religion.
Absolutely. But talk about Jesus, talk about God, nobody cares.
That's right. The real religion is LGBT. You can't destroy that flag.
Can't destroy it.
You can't talk bad about that.
That's become a religion. You're right.
It is.
They make it sacred.
Absolutely. You have your priests and priestesses. You have your religious doctrine, and they're trying to convince everybody to join. You know, I don't know why anybody thinks this is controversial, and I'm sure this is going to get me canceled for the 58th time, but luckily I do not care anymore, so do it. When they say the gays are after your kids, no, we're not. Of course they are, because they can't have their own. Mm-hmm. So how do they have a future of a movement unless they get your kids? They need you as a straight man to dedicate his life to a woman, to have children, to raise those children, to pay for those children, to protect those children, to provide for those children, to be responsible for those children all those years so that they can come along and psyop those kids into ending your genetic bloodline and doing whatever they want. They want your kids. Of course they do. There's no other kids to take. Of course they want your kids. And the reason they try and get the kids is because their ideology is such bullshit that they have to go after the young, impressionable minds. They can't go after a 30-year-old who's lived in a normal world. No, they have to go after a child.
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to, once again, tell your children to not adhere to these things.
No,
you're not allowed. That's
in trouble.
That's a crime. They're going to send your kid to a school, which is effectively an indoctrination camp now, and they're going to indoctrinate them with this garbage. I saw a video on YouTube, and it was a dad trying to argue with his two daughters about LGBT rights or something, what they learned in school, and he was trying to fix them. Mm-hmm. And I guess he thought the video was a wholesome video because he was fixing their minds and, you know, look, this is what we have to do. Da-da. It pissed me off, and it wasn't even me. I was like, they've poisoned your kids' brains. You're sitting here trying to fix it. Why fix it? Why is this happening? I'd take them out of school the same day. Absolutely. It's insane. You're even having to sit there and do this.
I'd be in jail already.
100%. It's crazy.
And they're starting in the 5th grade. No, I'm sorry. They're starting when they're 5 or 6 years old. They're putting this trash in public schools, teaching them about LGBTQ or whatever the heck they call it, gays and everything. And they're even talking about sex when the kids are 5 years old.
That's right. That's
5 years old. I can't, Andrew, it drives me crazy. I mean, I've seen a lot of garbage on the street, but I've never seen anything like this. This is more demonic.
This is demonic. And this is more evil than anything you see on the street. On the street, there's a guy involved in some business. He's involved with bad guys. He's a bad guy. Something happens, whatever. Children trying to learn about math. It's truly demonic. The agenda is completely demonic and satanic. And it's anti-human. The reason they push this LGBT stuff so hard is because it's anti-human. It will reduce the population. People won't have kids. Mm-hmm. It'll divide the genders further. It will attack masculinity. It ticks a lot of boxes for them. What they want is they want machines in charge of everything. They want AI to come along. They want robots in charge. They want a slave class of people below the robots, and they want to tell the robots what to do. Things are bad enough now. Imagine when the police force is robotic.
Yeah.
Now, what are you going to do then? Terminator, Skynet.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's going to be over for humanity. We're in a large last period where people can stand up and say, we will not accept. And they're still sitting there going, maybe it'll be okay. It's not going to be okay if you don't do anything about it.